What's up everyone, it's Dark Viper. I'm here to show you how to trade in Skyblock, including what you can trade, how and where you can trade, how to assess value of trade, so what should that item cost or sell for, and how to do so safely without getting scammed. Granted, I can't protect you from getting scammed. I can't even protect myself from getting scammed. The best players in the game can't protect them from getting scammed, especially with strangers, but we can do our best to try to prevent them through some pretty basic standard practices, and I'm going to show you how to do those right now. I also have my friend Oko who is going to help out with the video. He's going to actually give some tips on how to stay safe and how to conduct successful trades on the Discord. First things first, if you're new to Skyblock, I'd highly recommend checking out the how to play video that I have linked in the description and play the game a bit more before trying to trade. Otherwise, a lot of this won't make sense for you. It'll just be really confusing and I don't want to confuse you. First, let's talk about what you can trade. So what you can trade is pretty much anything in your inventory that you can drop or place in a chest. So pretty much all these items, these trees, I can trade all these tools except for the wooden axe. I mean, no one's gonna really want those anyway because you can't get rid of them. You know, sticky gears, there's all kinds of ore you can trade. You can trade lamps, lights, things like that. All kinds of stuff, weapons. Typically what you're gonna find is a lot of people also want materials for like crafting and all that. The exception is that Game Pass items like the tables for lighting stations and such, they can't be used without a Game Pass. Otherwise, you know, if you trade it to someone, they're not gonna be able to use it. Unless you're really hurting on cash, trading is often the best way to get things in the game and will save you a ton of time. While you could grind 6 hours like I did for my first buff crystal, you could use that time farming and trading materials for enough coin to get you several buff crystals for that same amount of time that you spent grinding for them. So you're gonna get all this coin. Trading is also one of the best ways to get rich fast in Skyblock beyond the auto farm that many players are, there's a lot of players that are basically trading on the Discord and getting a ton of money by doing so instead of bothering with this. You know, you could be over here if you're clicking and you're just auto-clicking all day. That's great, but you have a limit, you have a cap. Now, that's when you start taking these resources, like say if I took and farmed all these berry seeds, then I can go and trade these on the Discord and for a lot of money. And granted, I could keep making the seed. I just got one of those seeds. I could sell that for 3K now. So that's just those clicks, I can make 3K. So let's dive into trade examples. Say you wanted to buy some berry seeds. How do you go about doing so? And even more, how do you do it and protect yourself from getting scammed? First, we got to see what item you're looking for and what it's going to cost. So the best resource for this is going to be the official Skyblock Discord server's trading channel. You can see both what players are willing to pay and what players are willing to sell their items for. In the case of berry seeds, we can see that the prices are between 3K and 5K per berry seed. So if you're wondering what a berry seed is, that's pretty much one of these. So I got one right here, right? That's a berry seed. That's gonna go for between 3,000 and 5,000 coin for each of these seeds. In some cases, if you see a player also listing a price range for an item, it's because they're pricing things based on bulk. So if you see maybe like someone says, you know, I'll sell you a test totem, for example, which is actually a legal totem. So this is totally legal according to the devs. This test totem cost me 800,000. I overpaid for it because I just don't want to have to build, you know, I would rather overpay for something from a reputable seller than from someone that doesn't have any vouchers or any kind of reputation, right? When I paid for this, I paid 800,000 just for the trust. I didn't want to have to deal with anyone that I didn't, they were going for prices for like 200K and I had the extra coin, so why not? In this case, this guy actually had a range that I bought this from. It was between 500,000 and 800,000. I paid the 800,000 because I only bought one. But if I bought a bunch of them, I would have paid 500,000 each. As with any update, any items that require a lot of manual grinding is going to hold the most value, while items that are easily auto-farmed or AFK'd are going to drop in demand and value. For example, when the buff crystal came out, there were offers between 500,000 upwards to 1.5 million coin for this hammer. It's called the Gilded Steel Hammer. Now that a lot of players are farming crystals more, the value has dropped quite a bit, but it's still holding value. So you really have to keep an eye on things. They do fluctuate. So while you may think you can continue to get 1.5 million for this hammer, or even 500,000 or 700,000, you're gonna find that it's gonna continue to plummet. So this hammer may lose a lot of value, especially if there's other hammers that are introduced, better weapons and such. So you need to keep an eye on the value of items as they fluctuate in supply and demand. Now, if you don't have Discord to be able to check value of items, you can just jump hop around different servers and just ask people what they think something's worth. That's just one way of doing it. You can also ask friends if you have any friends that play. You can see what they think. A lot of them may already be in the know or may be on the Discord already. The Discord server is still the best place to trade, hands down, as it's highly active and everyone in that channel is usually open to trade with you. So if I was buying 100 berry seeds for 3,000 each, I would need 300,000. So I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna buy 300 of these 1,000 coin bags, right? So that's gonna cost me 300,000. That's gonna be subtracted from my coin balance here. And that's just gonna sit in my inventory and I'm gonna be able to drop those into a chest. Now we gotta find a seller. In this case, Oppo is actually a very reputable seller on the Discord trading channel. So if you ever need something, you can also ping him and just say, hey Oppo, I found you through Dark's video. I'm looking to trade for something that I'm looking for. What do you think I should spend? So he's a great resource if you ever need some help. He is super kind. He is super helpful. He's helped a lot of scammed players too. Now, don't go asking him for coin, please, but he may help you out, at least point you in the right direction. And if he has the item you're looking for, I'm sure he would actually give you a good deal. Now that you are ready to trade, first it comes down to reputation. Who is the most trusted between two parties? Is the seller known in the community? So for example, Oppo is known in the community. He's a safe seller. Has anyone vouched for them? The Discord server has a vouch system that traders and buyers utilize to determine who is a regular seller there versus a scammer who likely has a burn account. What a burn account is, essentially, it's a brand new Roblox account or a stolen Roblox account that is used temporarily. They join the Discord server with the brand new account. They basically conduct a trade, they scam you, and then they basically trash that. They burn the account. They're never going to use that account again. So you could report them all day long, but no one's going to ever find out who they really were. This is where the vouch system comes in handy. So someone that's established history in the channel, they have a lot of vouches, they're usually not going to go first. So the person with the least vouches is always going to have to go first. So if you see something that says NGF, it means never goes first. So the person to place an item in a chest or on the ground, which you shouldn't do, is at most risk. So the person going first is always going to be the one taking the risk, right? So I'm going to invite Oppo to my island and then say I'm a scammer, right? I'm not a scammer, but say I was. I'm going to show you what a typical scammer would do. So I'm going to invite Oppo over to trade with them, and he's going to place an item because I'm going to tell him to go first, right? And he's going to place an item in there, and I'm just going to click a button. He's going to be out of my island, and then he's been scammed, right? So this is something that we want to avoid. So I'm going to invite him over now. Here he is. So I'm going to be like, wave, and I'm going to say, hey, Oppo. So basically what he's going to do is I'm going to say, can you place the, and then I'm going to give him build permission. And then once he places the item in the chest, I'm going to kick him out. He says, okay, sounds good. All right. So he gave me 30 berry seeds, and now I'm going to kick him off. So now I've got 30 seeds for free. That's how you get scammed. So again, it's very important. Now let me invite him back because we're friends. I'm not going to scam my friend, but that's an example of, okay, come back. All right. That's a typical way someone's gonna get scammed. The other crazy is so I'm gonna place this chest right here, right next to my smelter. So I'm gonna invite him over. I'll say, okay, come here and place item in chest, and then I'll go next. So I'm gonna give him build access, and he's, I'm waiting in the chest, right? And I'm telling him to place the item in chest. So I'm in the chest, right? And right next to him is this valuable smelter. Oh, what's he doing? What? Wait, that's mine. It's mine. Wait, what? Oh no. Stole my smelter. So he just stole my smelter. What the heck, dude? So see, that's so common. That's why you want to keep your permissions. Don't give them build permission next to your valuable items. So typically what you'll see is a lot of people will build their chests over here. So on the other side of their portal. So it's super far away from everything. If you're dropping things on the ground, be careful. I would never ever recommend a trade over the ground, but if it's something low value, who cares? Like if it's replaceable, go ahead. But if it's irreplaceable, then be careful, use chests. And then after you've completed a trade, traders are going to vouch for each other in the trade channel. So if you're using the Discord to trade, you'll definitely want to do them a favor and vouch them on the Discord channel. So my friend Oppo here is a well-known trader on the Skyblock Discord. He's super kind, always provides help for new traders, and tries to keep other players safe. And he's given away a lot of money and coin and stuff to newer players. So he's got some tips for you all. Firstly, if someone has 3 to 5 vouches, that doesn't make them a trusted trader yet. But if someone has 80 vouches, they're likely trusted because they could have easily scammed during those 80 trades, but they didn't. Just like money, vouches can be forged. So to ensure someone's got legitimate vouches, Oppo recommends first asking for proof of those vouchers, or you can simply do a little background search on them by doing a search on the top right of the Discord and checking the trade channels for any of their mentions and just read, you can manually count the number of vouchers that players had. When to go first, Oppo says it all comes down to trust, right? Mainly vouchers for now, but if you know someone is trustworthy, it's different. But if with a stranger, you can only rely on vouchers. Oppo recommends in the case where a buyer has 10 vouchers and a seller has 5 vouchers, he would recommend the seller goes first since the buyer has more vouchers. So if you have more vouchers than the seller or vice versa, you're the seller and you have more vouchers. Anytime you have more vouchers than another player, they should go first and they should take the risk. So how to set up the chest. Again, I showed you the examples here, but you don't want to risk items getting despawned by dropping on the ground. And so you want to place them in a chest during the trade, and always place your chest somewhere far away from your main island so players can't reach your island's valuable items easily. If they wander away, just disable their build permissions quickly. So that's why you want to do it far away, because if they start kind of trying to explore and act like, oh, I want to check this out, they're probably going to go and steal a totem or something that they need or want because it's valuable. Try to do your trades on the smallest island, since someone joining your island could cause yours to crash as well if yours is large. So be careful with the large island issues. That's why Oppo usually comes to my island, because he's pushing the limits on the number of cubes or blocks that you're allowed to have in your island. The most typical scam is when someone says, you're gonna go first, you drop the money and I will go next. And most people fall for this scam. It's a super common scam. Oppo also says if it sounds too good or cheap to be true, like for example, give me 50,000 coins and I'll give you a gilded steel hammer, then chances are it's not true and you're about to get scammed. Thanks again to Oppo Oko here, who took his time to help out. Be sure to find him on the official Skyblock Discord if you're looking for someone trustworthy to trade with. His name is iiwii, so 2 I's, a W, and 2 I's. So definitely check him out. I'm showing his profile name here in the video. He's a good guy and I've personally traded with him. So hopefully this video gave you some tips on how to safely trade in Skyblock, and I hope you get some awesome trades. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all next time.